Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Monday, May the 20th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you have for me, you can use this email address, and this is a link to get into our 100% free trading room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic at about 9:05. I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. And happy Victoria's Day to all my fellow Canadians. I'm sure, but I'm trading, obviously. Next week, we get, if you're trading like me, we get Memorial Day off. So that'll be our trading holiday. All right, and by the way, in this email you're getting, there is a promo code for 15% off the first month only, or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. Well, I want to talk about this one first. This is this AVTR, and this is an IPO from Friday. Let's take a look at the daily chart. You're going to see where it opened. So this IPO'd at $14, and not very impressive, compared to some of the other IPOs, of course. One of the reasons is that it has over 200. It issued over 200 million shares. Okay, so it's not going to be a rocket ship like a lot of these other ones that only have 3 or 4 million shares out. However, I was looking at this, and when I looked to see who was behind this, there are a ton of big players behind this. Leading the way is Goldman Sachs. And so that is what I really look at when I look at an IPO. Who's behind it? Because, you have to think at some point they're going to help prop the stock up. They don't want to see all their people they got into it have this thing fall to $2, right? So now the only issue though I had with it is that with the 200 million shares, it would be maybe a slow mover. Having said all that, saw it here in the pre-market right there. So at this point now, it's over. Remember, the IPO price is 14. So again, it was modestly over, pulled back a little bit, got over, and then it started to just whip here. And so I decided to take some right here at 1520. Now, you see this candle right there? I got in at 1520, and I'm telling you, within 5 seconds, 5 seconds, it got all the way up to 1559, and I scrambled, and I sold a whole bunch at 1556, and I sold the rest, was it at 1525? I don't have it marked here, just a nickel above. And it came back down. I got back into it right here at 1535, and I sold some up here at 1594, and I'm just waiting to see if I can have a break at 16. I may swing this one. They don't all have to be ones that go up $10, $20 every day. Sometimes, it's a lot easier, obviously, to hold some of these longer when it's not quite as stressful. So I'm just waiting to see if it can take out 16. I actually have an alert set right up here at 1605. So that was, but this was an astonishing move. Came out of nowhere, to be honest with you. It just came out of absolutely nowhere. I did not expect such a dramatic move, not with 200 million shares out, but it just popped, and I took the advantage or the opportunity to sell most of it, and then I watched it as it faded, and again, back in it up here. I'm sorry, right there, 1535. What else did I do? Well, tried this one early. OTLK looked good for a while. I got in it right. No, was it up here? Did I get it? 321 is where I got it. I guess I didn't mark it. 321 is where I got this. Now this, of course, was the big one from the last 2 days. Had a big day on Thursday, a big day on Friday. Participated in it. Looking to see if I could take out 3. Had the alert set for 3. Got in. I think it was 321. It actually popped up to 335. And unfortunately, I didn't sell any, and then it moved back down. And as I said to people, I was looking maybe to hold this one because, again, if you look at the daily chart, you can see it's got a ton of room up here. So I was actually in this one for a lot more than just 10, 20, 30 cents. So I took a wider stop, meaning I took less shares, and so I actually got out though at 295. So which looks really bad, except again, I didn't take that many shares because I was looking for a much bigger pop, maybe, a dollar or two. So that one didn't work. The other one that basically got out flat, and now it is really working well. I did not get back in it. Have to look at the weekly to really see the picture for this one, BIOC. Let me expand this a little bit. So it had the pop, and you can see right there, that's $1.30 something right there, and right here is $1.71. Okay, so remember those numbers, $1.30. Get back to the 15-minute chart. So you can see I had a tremendous run in the pre-market, just a tremendous run. And I ended up taking this one at $1.22. Where are you? So it was about $1.22. That's close enough. And it looked like, I think it actually popped up to, $1.29. And these are 15-minute charts. And I thought, this really it might struggle to get through $1.35. Again, remember that number, that was on the weekly chart. And I kept watching this action, and I said, I got out before all of this happened. Got out basically flat, watched it go down, saying, and this is just about when I was going to take my break. I said, if it can take out $1.35 on that weekly chart, then it could have a nice little run. And look what it did, from $1.35 to $1.59. I mean, it's tremendous on a percentage basis, and tons of volume. The volume for this one right now is 44 million shares. 44 million shares. Only has 18 million in the float, so it has turned over the float, say, about 2.5 times. And so, actually, it's another. I pointed this out. This doesn't trade very much usually, and so one of the things that I do not do. I don't think we have it here, but you know how we do have the average volume over 5 days, over 10 days, I think, and over 30 days. I never use that when I want to intraday trade, because let's just say, for argument's sake, I'd said, and I don't know for sure, but let's just say I'd put a filter. This is what I'm talking about. So you see how we have average 5-day, 10-day, and 3 months. Okay. So if I put, say, I only want to see stocks that trade an average 250,000 shares a day over the last 10 days. I would miss that one, because this one does not trade very much. Okay. And today it's trading 44 million, but if you look on the daily, you could barely see the volume here. I know it's exponential, but you can barely see the volume here. And so that's why I never, ever, if I want to intraday trade, I never use those average volumes. I suppose if you're looking to swing and you want something that, has steady volume all the time, fine. But, that's why, people ask me all the time, why don't you put an average daily volume? And that's the reason. You would probably miss something like this. So what else did we do? Oh, boot. Thank you for real on the boot. And it could still move. But basically on this break right there over 28, he was talking about it, I think, around here anyway. And then the break, this is where I got into it at 28.15. Got in at 28.15. Sold quite a bit at 28.74. I'm sorry, I sold some at 28.53. I'm sorry, I sold on the way up at 28.53. It's close enough. Just forgot to mark it up. And then up here, and the reason I sold here is because I started watching the SPY, and the SPY was starting to do this. Now it's starting to curl back a little bit, but I thought it might track the SPY a little too closely. So I just didn't want to, waste such a great move and have it just start to fall on me. So that's why I got out of it all in its entirety. So anyway, great day. I mean, somebody was saying, well, the market it's a tough market. I mean, the markets, listen, trading is tough, but with trade ideas, I mean, we always seem to find things to trade, no matter, even if the market is flat or choppy. There are always ways in which we can find interesting stocks to trade all day long if you have our program. So I'm sure Dan Merkin, our CEO, would be proud of me for saying that. But it's true. It's absolutely true. It's funny because, when I read some of the, not so much the comments in this room, But when you look afterwards, if you look at CNBC and they're saying, "Wow, boring day, low volume in the SPY, etc., etc., etc." I just have to laugh a little bit because we're always able to find things to trade. All right, that's about it for today. I want to bring back the Capture program. If you have any questions for me, you can use this email address, and there's the link for the 100% free trading room. There is a link again where you'll see the promo code, 15% off. I will open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, so hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.